They say that whatever happens above also happens below, that the stars in the sky are connected to all life on Earth. A rare solar eclipse is happening on April 8th, and I can't help but wonder what kind of change and transformation that will bring to our planet. So I've been getting our homestead ready and preparing for what's to come. Life is a sacred mystery. As we continue to try and understand it, it's something that we can see as part of us, around us, above us, and below us. All life on Earth exists because of the sun. And when an eclipse occurs, in that moment, the sun dies. And so during that particular time when the sun has died, it's important to be reverent and show respect to the order of all that is as it begins to come back to life. It's a time of death and rebirth, so it's a good time to reflect on how we're living our lives and what we want to do differently. At some point in time, we will all pass on, but we will be made alive again and renewed, much like what happens to the sun during an eclipse. Significant cosmic events like this are great teachers, reminding us that we are all connected and that all life is cyclical. So during the sacred solar eclipse, I'll be remaining indoors and in silence to show respect for the death and rebirth of the sun and how that will be expressed on Earth. Holding peace and love in my heart for all of life as we move into another cycle on this planet and in the stars. On the homestead, I've been busy working on a few projects. I brought home 4 baby chicks and have been keeping them inside until it's warm enough for them to be outdoors.
Hi, guys.
It also gives me time to build a new coop. I've been wanting to build a new walk-in coop for quite some time, since I realized that the one I have is too small and hard to clean. Look, it's the first whole egg. Success! Woohoo! This is the Green Queen's egg. I just ordered a new coop from Earth Easy, and it finally arrived. We've had so much rain, so I have to let the ground dry out more before I can start putting it together. But I can't wait. I'll share that in my next video. But in the meantime, I also got lumber to build new compost bins. The compost bins I had were one of the first things I built when we first moved onto this land 4 years ago. Look at that.
Hey!
Door that works.
Looks fantastic. Second day of building the compost.
I don't need video right now. Please. I can talk about my frustrations later. Right now, I just don't want that.
All right, okay.
We built it using old wooden pallets, but it was falling apart and covered in poison ivy. So my nephew helped me clean it out, and we started to take it apart to clear space for the new one. Getting the new chicken coop and lumber for the compost bins means that I'll be very busy over the next couple of weeks. But I can't wait to get started. It's been a while since I had any tools in my hand. Last week, before the rain hit, I finished collecting all of my stones for the spiral rock herb garden I had been dreaming about for my garden. I wanted to take advantage of the sunny day, so I got right to work. So it's really, really muddy out here. Good for the garden. I know that the garden, the new seeds and plants, are just loving it. I also kind of wanted to see once some of that rain came and really set some of that soil and compost that I put into the rock garden. I wanted to see how that was going to settle, because I will probably have to top that off, that bed off, which I was already anticipating. But it is looking so beautiful, and I'm so excited to plant stuff in it. I'm so excited. I did that all kind of on a whim. I knew that that was something I wanted to get done, but I had been kind of putting it off. It's been on my list of things to get to, but because I was so preoccupied with starting the garden, planting seeds, other things were coming my way, like my lemon tree arriving, a lot of different other projects around here, like getting the compost bins, my old compost bins cleaned out. Over the past week or so, I've been busy as well as tearing those things down. So now those things are completely torn down, the old ones. So right now I have nowhere to compost. I had to clean all of that out. I gave the compost, a lot of that, to my brother-in-law because he was starting his garden as well. And so I used some of that myself too in my own. But now I have nowhere to put all of my food scraps. So I am needing to kind of start working on building the new ones like as quickly as possible. But because of all this rain, I am trying to figure out when that's going to happen. But in the meantime, trying to gather some of my supplies that I'll need for that project. And of course, trying to time it right with when I need to start the build on the coop, which is also coming up really soon. So it's just been kind of crazy trying to get everything kind of done that I wanted to get done. But, these are all things that I wanted to implement and get finished, especially before like the beginning of May, and even part of April. So, which is now, April is here. So I am trying to just figure out some of these projects, time them how I need to, and just get right to work on them. And so honestly, I had a really nice day recently before all of this rain hit. And it was actually the day before the rain started to come. I decided suddenly, I woke up, I felt energized, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to start the rock garden and put that together. And so I went out and got some of the foundational stones that I needed. And then from there, I just collected more from the quarry that I usually find some of the rocks and stones from. And I just started to build. And I built that without a plan. I had the plan kind of in here, the vision of what I wanted, and just organically started to map it all out with my foot. It was quite interesting, the process, and I got it done in a day, which is crazy. I worked from sun up to sun down on that and got it all done, but I felt the pressure to quickly get it done because I knew rain was coming. And so yeah, it's amazing that I was able to do it all, but I was exhausted and my body was rocked that next day. I woke up feeling just sore in all parts of my body, a good kind of sore, but also really sore. And yeah, it just felt good. It felt good once it was all completed, because again, we do things that are hard and tough and challenging, but when we come out the other end of it, it is so rewarding. Some of you might remember a couple weeks ago when I took a beekeeping course and wanted to start natural beekeeping. I put together a trap box and secured it to a tree near our pasture. I was hoping to catch a local swarm, but I didn't. It was right before I got a horrible case of poison ivy. So in the end, it was probably best that it didn't happen that year because it took so long for me to recover from that. I don't think I would have been able to give the bees proper attention while I was still dealing with that insane rash all over my body. And the following year, I was tending 2 goats for the first time, and tackling other big projects, so I didn't even attempt it. But this year, I decided to try again. Only this time, I'm taking a passive approach. If it happens, it's meant to be. If not, then it's just not the right time. So I set up 2 boxes, each on different ends of my property. One near the creek where our greenhouse used to be, and the other on higher ground near the woods. Just like last time, I used a little bit of lemongrass oil to lure them to the box. Hopefully they decide to move in. Just to put some, or this down there, and see if anything just decides to move into it. So I'm gonna start gathering those. Do you wanna help me?
Yeah, sure. Where are you getting the cement blocks from?
Over here.
We have more?
We have some, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping it might be enough,
All right. Let's go get it.
but we'll see.
Now let's get the cart first.
That might just be it for that one. Put it right there instead. I'm hoping that all of this rain we've been getting will bring a lot of growth to the garden and all the other plant life around me. I can already see the trees begin to be speckled with green, and the dandelions and violets appear. The beginning of spring is such an exciting time. The greenhouse is full of plants and has become my new favorite place to be as the weather slowly changes. It's the little things like this that light me up inside, especially when the sky outside is gray and rainy. And as we hold reverence for the death and rebirth of the sun during this next solar eclipse, I hope we can all hold space in our hearts for that same spark of light, hope, and love that we all truly desire, and help lift the darkness from the world.